The date is February 23, 2026. And right now, as the world is just waking up, a massive geopolitical shift is already underway, happening in real time. And if you know where to look, if you follow the signals, the money, the high-tech hardware, the soldiers on the ground, they all point to one place, New Delhi. In just the last 24 hours, India has activated 3 powerful, distinct fronts of a bold new global strategy.
First up, the money. Right now, in the Mediterranean, a massive multi-billion-dollar deal is being locked in. And at its heart is a technology that could completely rewrite the rules of air defense. Then you have the metal. Out in the Persian Gulf, a cutting-edge Indian stealth destroyer, the INS Surat, has just taken command of a 47-nation naval force. It's now policing one of the most critical and volatile waterways on the entire planet. And finally, the military drills. High up in the Himalayas, elite troops are gearing up for a totally new kind of warfare, training alongside a key ally. And they're running simulations on a border that is, without a doubt, one of the world's most dangerous flashpoints. Now look, any one of these stories would be a major headline. But when you connect the dots, you see a coordinated grand strategy unfolding right before our eyes. Stay till the end, because some shocking things I am going to reveal in this video. Let's get back to the video and break it all down. A few weeks back, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said this. And you know what? The events happening today are proving him right, probably way faster than anyone, maybe even he, expected. This isn't just about a neighborhood-first policy anymore. This is the story of how India is leveraging powerful partnerships with Japan, with Israel, and with naval forces in Bahrain to really cement its status as that gigantic power. So let's break down each front. Okay, so our first stop is the mighty Himalayas. And let me be clear, this is not just about soldiers running drills. This is about forging a strategic shield with one of the most technologically advanced countries in the world, Japan. Tomorrow marks the start of the 7th edition of Dharma Guardian, an exercise that has truly become the foundation of the whole free and open Indo-Pacific strategy. But the real story here, the thing you really need to pay attention to, is the shift in focus. First, the location. Uttarakhand was chosen for a reason. The terrain is almost a perfect match for the line of actual control, India's toughest border. But look at this key shift. They're moving from jungle warfare to urban warfare. That tells you everything. They're preparing for conflicts that could spill over into towns and villages. They're practicing how to clear buildings, but with a new twist. AI-driven ISR grids, that's intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, to see the battlefield in a way that was impossible just a few years ago.
And this is where policy becomes reality. Just last month, India and Japan kicked off a new AI dialogue. Well, this is what that looks like on the ground. Troops are perfecting a tactic called digital cordon and search. So imagine this. Drones go in first, silently mapping a target area. Then AI software crunches that data instantly, flagging threats, finding the safest ways in. Only then do the soldiers move, and they're not going in blind. They're armed with precise, real-time intelligence. This is, without a doubt, the future of ground operations.
All right, let's pivot to our second front. We're going from the cold, rugged mountains of the Himalayas to the tense, high-stakes diplomatic rooms of the Mediterranean. Prime Minister Modi is about to land in Israel in less than 48 hours, and the main reason for his trip is a piece of technology that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, but believe me, it is very, very real. Just take a look at that number, $8.6 billion. This isn't India just buying more weapons. See, for years, India has been a huge customer for Israeli defense tech. But 2026 is different. This marks a fundamental change. India is shifting from just being a buyer to becoming a co-developer, a genuine partner in creating some of the most advanced military technology anywhere on Earth. And the star of this multi-billion-dollar show is the Iron Beam. Now, everyone's heard of the Iron Dome, right? The missile system that's protected Israel for years. Well, the Iron Beam is what comes next. It's the future. It doesn't fire a missile. It fires a concentrated, high-energy laser beam that can literally melt drones, rockets, and mortars right out of the sky at the speed of light. And this is what changes the entire game, the economics of it all. A single interceptor missile from the Iron Dome costs around $50,000, one shot. Now, an Iron Beam shot, just a single pulse of that laser, costs about $2. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a complete economic revolution in warfare. For India, the plan is to fold this tech into its massive Mission Sudarshan Chakra, a project to build an impenetrable, multi-layered air defense shield over the entire country. But of course, things are never that simple, are they? As today's headline shows, even with these gigantic strategic deals, local politics can always throw a wrench in the works. The opposition in Israel is threatening to boycott the prime minister's address to their parliament, the Knesset, because of some internal political fight. It's a little bit of diplomatic drama that adds a layer of tension to what is otherwise a truly historic summit. And that brings us to our third front, because while all these deals are being signed and troops are training, the Indian Navy is already out there taking charge. On February 11th, a piece of history was made when India officially took command of Combined Task Force 154. That's a 47-nation coalition based out of Bahrain. And this single move puts India right at the helm of security in the Persian Gulf.
So what is this task force actually doing day to day? Well, their command ship is the INS Surat, one of India's most advanced warships. Their job is maritime security, and their main tactic is something called VBSS, Visit, Board, Search, and Seizure. Now, why does this matter so much? Because we're in an age of dark fleet oil tankers and all sorts of illegal shipments. Being the de facto police chief of these waters gives India incredible influence and a direct hand in securing the world's energy and trade routes. But again, just like we saw in the Himalayas, this isn't about old-school tactics. The crew on the INS Surat is working closely with the American-led Task Force 59 to bring in sea drones and AI to patrol a staggering 3.2 million square miles of ocean. So really, this isn't just a mission. It's kind of like a global job interview. And right now, India is absolutely nailing the audition to be the region's preferred security partner.
Okay, let's just pull the camera back for a second. We've seen the three fronts: the drills in the Himalayas, the laser deal with Israel, and the naval command in the Gulf. Now let's see how it all connects, because these aren't just random, separate events. This is the 2026 pivot, a single, unified strategy playing out right in front of us.
And check out the timing on this. In the next 24 hours, all three of these things are happening at once. In Uttarakhand, Japanese boots are hitting the ground. In Jerusalem, diplomats are putting the final ink on that Iron Beam deal. And in Bahrain, the INS Surat is leading its multinational fleet. The speed and the sheer coordination of it all is just staggering. And this right here is the key takeaway. 2026 is the year India stopped asking for a seat at the global high table. It has started building its own table with its own partners and on its own terms. It doesn't matter if you're talking about laser technology, urban warfare tactics, or naval command. The new India is moving with a speed and a confidence that we have just never seen before. So, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. We've looked at three huge developments today, and each one has massive implications. So I ask you, which one of these do you think is the most critical, the biggest game changer for India's future? Is it the revolutionary laser shield, the one that promises a nearly impenetrable defense? Or is it the deep strategic partnership being built with Japan in the high Himalayas? Or maybe it's the new command of the seas, policing the most vital trade routes on the planet. Let us know what you think down in the comments. I'm really curious to see your take on this. Subscribe to this channel for the latest updates and be sure to watch the video now appearing on your screen.